Tim, it's been a blessing in my life that we have worked together for over 17 years, and I have seen you in small groups of a team on a mission trip of 14 or 15 kids. I've seen you direct youth groups that had 70 and 80 kids, and I know that as I've walked with you and as we've walked together, you have taken a generative turn to helping facilitate these experiences as one-offs, three-offs, 10-offs for schools, for youth groups, for churches. Tell us about the kind of things you've been doing and what excites you about it.
Well, anything having to do with working with youth, as you know, I'm all in. Phone rings, I show up. The Commissioner Gordon, as you like to call it. I believe on that topic of prevention, right? We can prevent some of these negative outcomes by having very deliberate and very specific experiences for our young people, a lot of which we've already talked about. So what I've done as a consultant today is I work with schools, I work with churches, I work with youth groups, any organization or institution that wants to address not just substance use issues, but just kind of youth development. I really believe I've kind of honed a skill set to come into those organizations and help them create curriculum, help them facilitate curriculum. People call me and just say, just show up and we trust that you're going to do a great job. It means a lot to me to have that kind of trust. So today, for example, I will often go into a school setting, do one large big presentation to the student body to just get them to know who I am and hear maybe, I hope, a little bit different message than what they're receiving for the majority of these types of presentations. And then challenge the kids right off the bat to have that solution, or at least have the dialogue toward a solution to the issue of substance abuse or any other challenges they face as teenagers. And then I challenge the institutions, the organizations, the schools to, okay, well, how are we going to continue this conversation? Because the kids have this direct access to information constantly. We need to upgrade, we need to upgrade, we need to upgrade. So I really encourage that they don't just call me to do a one-shot deal. In the world of adventure education, I used to call it adventure in a can. You just kind of pop the top, psh, you have this great experience, and then there's not much left to process because the facilitators leave and the group just goes back to its normal way of doing things. So one of the key elements to me is we have to have the conversation, we have to have the space, we have to give kids permission to create that space and have myself or some of the folks I work with come in and do these presentations and then have these ongoing workshops and ongoing conversations. Parents as well, any adults working with kids. The more we can be involved, the better. So the consulting work I do really is about meeting the needs that the organization is addressing directly, but helping them hopefully take a bigger step back and see where some of their bigger challenges as an institution might be, I might have solutions for them. So, an example there would be just how to recruit staffing specific to these needs on the issues of substance use. I think one of the most untapped resources are the young people in recovery today, who I say are out there pounding nails and hustling coffee because there's still that shame and guilt and also some developmental issues associated with the abuse factor that they're just not ready for a real job. I found that to be not necessarily true when given the opportunity to be of service at a level that's heart to heart. And when these young people know that they have a message and they have a resource that's very unique in life experience that can be of benefit with very specific parameters and very specific structure and very specific supervision, they thrive, and then the youth that they serve thrive along with them. And again, that mentor to mentee shift occurs. So I like to bring in kind of a whole posse behind me, so to speak, to really, elevate the overall experience of the organization and how they're supporting their youth and their development and empowering them to be the best that they want to be.